Hi y'all, I'm Melissa and welcome to Oh My Word Melly. So as promised, here I am back again with another booktube video, and in today's video I am going to attempt the last book I book tag. So all the prompts will start with the last book I and whatever the prompt. So I'm excited. This tag has 16 questions. So actually I combined two of these tags. So it's like the same tag in two different sources that I came across had like different prompts. So why not? It was fun and I thought the prompts are like really interesting to discuss as well. So I just combined both of them together. So I came across this prompt from two book blogs. One is the Lily Cafe and the other is One Book More, which I'll leave links to in the description box down below if you all want to go and check out their book blogs and support them as well. Anywho, without taking any more time, let's just dive right into the tag. The last book I bought. So this year it has been like really challenging when it comes to buying books, with the economy of Sri Lanka changing drastically, as well as the inflation and the dollar rate skyrocketing. So I really have not bought any books this year. That's why y'all never saw a book unboxing video or book haul actually. But the last book I bought this year is none other than Chiara Malvana's Under Ontario Skies. So this I bought back in February from the author itself, and guys, check out my review for this book on Goodreads as well as Instagram, because this was such a fun and cute read. I still remember like it transported me back to to my teenage years and all that high school school experiences, and oh, I just loved it. Presley and Dion. I can't wait for book 2. I need to hit the author up and see what's happening with book 2 because the wait is killing me. The last book I borrowed. So guys, if you all have watched my previous videos which I posted like way long ago, you all know I do not like lending books nor borrowing books, because like I have gone through like so many scary, horrifying, nightmarish experiences with lending books, and oh my god, when they return the books, like just because of all those reasons I just do not like lending books. And like even if y'all ask for a book, like I feel really bad to say no, but I would rather say I can give you the ebook. Like that's the best I could do, because honestly like the experiences I have had, I will not lend my books. Thus I don't borrow books either, because whatever happens for me, I find books very precious, and like I wouldn't put anyone else in that position. And like if I do borrow books and they want it immediately like back again, I would also feel bad, like what, right? So if I rather want the book, I'll read it online like as an ebook, buy it from Amazon, whatever. But yeah, I just don't borrow books. Not that I haven't lended books, but talking about borrowing books, let's go to the next prompt, which is the last book I gave to someone else. So basically lended. So the only book so far that I have lended is to my friend Jaden, and the book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. Can't remember the author for the life of me. It's a non-fiction book. Y'all know I don't read non-fiction. I tried at least. I own a non-fiction book. The last book I was gifted. So the last book I was gifted, I still have it in this wrapping as well, and this was from my friend Bella's Book Obsession. Y'all can check out her Instagram if y'all want. I just love the book she reads, and I got this as a Ramadan gift from her, and this is the fine print by Lauren Asher, and I was like so excited. I really need to get into this, and I know like the recent the new the second book was out as well this year, so totally need to read this. I have heard so much of like so many good things about this book, so I really need to read it. And like I just love this. I'm not sure if you can see what it says, but like it's so cute. I just kept it in here itself. And thanks Bella again. I love this book. The last book I started, that actually I have something that I don't often do, but I have two books that I have started parallelly. I am reading multiple books. So not me. I'm like more of a one book at a time kind of girl. But I started two books. So the first book is The Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kell. You would have heard me talking of it last week in my previous book tag. That's one of her latest releases, a Christmas novel. So I love her books, so I started reading that. And then over the weekend I was out and about, so I thought every time I just had a moment to read, I didn't want to get into that novel where I'll be caught and I wouldn't be able to stop. So I started some short stories, and I finished like two short stories while I was out over the weekend. And the other short story that I started was If You Give a Jerk a Gingerbread by Jana Aston, which is book 2 of the Reindeer Falls series, which are like short stories, and like you can get through it within like 1 or 2 hours. So that was like perfect for me to read over the weekend. So oh my word guys, y'all have to check it out. These short stories are like so captivating. Like I know it's short, but it doesn't give you that like cliffhangery feeling or like falling short kind of feeling. It feels so wholesome, even though they are like short stories and things happen really quick. So the last book I finished, so like I was saying, I was reading some short stories. So the last book I actually finished was The Boss Who Stole Christmas by Jenna Aston, and that is book 1 of the Reindeer Falls. Oh, like office romance, Christmas villages. Oh my word, like such, it was like such a Hallmark movie, and I loved it. Like, oh wow, I just love that short story so much. The last book I rated 5 stars. So I have rated, when I went through my Goodreads, like I had rated several books 5-star this year, which is unusual, but like I did read some good books, so they deserve the 5 stars. So the last book I rated 5 stars again was a short story, and that is The Resting Scrooge Face by Megan Quinn. Y'all should check out Megan Quinn's books because they are like amazing. And this short story, Christmassy short story, had like a plot that I had not read before and like was so fun. So check it out in this holiday season. Y'all won't regret it at all. I could have eaten it up. It was so. The last book I DNF'd or I gave up on. So I went into detail about this in the last week's prompt. If you still haven't checked that video out, like click on the link up here and check out my end of the year book tag video, because it's fun and like just show some support and love. So the most recent one out of those two that I DNF'd or gave up on was Lake's Edge by Linda Clipstone. Just the last book I listened to. If y'all know me, y'all know I don't like audiobooks either, and this is not me talking without experiencing or without giving it a shot. I did give it a genuine shot. I tried, and I just don't like hearing books with someone else's voice. I would rather have my head voice when I'm reading a book. So that didn't go well. I tried with I tried last year during the Christmas season as well to read Inner Holidays by Christina Lauren, I think, because I liked her books, but I just couldn't get into that audiobook. The last book I reread. So the last book I reread is none other than 50 Shades Freed by E.L. James, and the only reason I reread this was because I wanted to read Freed by E.L. James, and reading both Anna's perspective and Christian's perspective like somewhat sort of together gave that like full on whole completion or like the full on experience about the story, which I really loved. The last book I wrote in the margins of school textbooks 11ish years ago or decade ago. Like, oh my word, I am not someone who writes on books, but still no, none of these books have I written on. If I want to write, I would use a sticky note or something, but oh, I like this prompt. This is not something that I have spoken of on my channel before. So the last book that I had signed. So guys, I own 3 signed book plates, but actually own only 2 of the books out of that. So let me start with this, and this is my signed book plate by Emmanuel Snow for Pink and Country. I don't own the book yet. I hope someday I do. I have read all of Emmanuel Snow's books and I just absolutely love her books. It's an underestimate just to say love. I just am so lucky that I have read all her books. Like, if you still haven't checked her books out, like, they are so underrated that y'all would be just amazed when you start reading. The next signed booklet I have is For You Truly Assumed by Laila Sabreen. You can click on the link up here to watch my review on this or read my review on Goodreads. Guys, such a lovely and amazing YA book that came out this year, early this year. And let me just show you all the signed booklet. Maybe I should do videos. I think I spoke about this, but I have the signed booklet which I need to stick on this somewhere here maybe. I don't know, we'll see. I'll try to do some reels maybe of sticking it. And then the final signed book I have, or again the signed booklet I have, is of Dating Clan, which is book 2 of Sara Desai's trilogy. So the first is The Marriage Game, this is Dating Plan, the second book, and the third is The Singles Table. Loved Marriage Game. I need to start this if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I didn't read this, but The Marriage Game was a little bit slow at the start, but then I loved it. And yeah, I have the booklet from Sara Desai as well, so this is another signed book that I own. The last book I lost. Well, have I lost any books? I don't know. Like, I think I lost some of my, like, I used to own a few of the Secret 7 books by Enid Blyton when I was small, and like I can't recall if we had donated them or if I gave it to someone or my nieces, but when I looked for them like few months ago for, I don't know, for me to do a video I guess on IG or like a reel of books of my childhood maybe, I could not find them for the life of me, so I don't know if I lost them, but yeah. The last book I argued over. I argued, or like it wasn't an argument, it was more like a debate, because we read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig as a buddy read. Some of us like I don't know, I hated it. I thought that was such a waste of a time reading, but then I know some of my friends liked it and I was like, what? Anywho, everyone has their own opinion and they have the right for their own opinion, which I totally stand by and agree. So, but that's one of the books we had debates on because there was so much of back and forth, but I just did not like it. The last book I had to replace. Replace. I haven't had to replace any book. Okay, the last prompt. The last book I pre-ordered. Oh, it's so long ago that I pre-ordered books or bought books. I miss buying books. even though I love reading on the Kindle instead of this, like I tend to read most of the books on the Kindle because for so many reasons. Again, you can click here to find out my experience with the Kindle. It has not changed. I just love reading books on the Kindle and using the Kindle. So even if I own the book, I tend to read it on the Kindle. The last book I actually pre-ordered and received was also this You Truly Assumed by Layla Sabrine. I am contemplating of pre-ordering Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare because why not? So a lot of y'all reached out to me and asked if I know if Book Depository will resume shipping to Sri Lanka. First of all, guys, I don't work with Book Depository or Blackwells. They are just suggestions that I made for ordering online that I have used in the past year. So because y'all asked me, I did email them, and what they said was due to unavoidable issues that they had faced with previous orders, they just can't take that hit anymore, so they have paused it for now indefinitely. They don't know when they will resume, but they are keeping an eye on the situation is what they said. So fingers crossed, let's hope they deliver soon. I need to complete my Cassandra Clare collection. Like I can't live without the Last Hours trilogy being complete, especially the collector's edition. And I don't want the hardback. Like Blackwells has the hardback and I can order it to Sri Lanka, but I really don't want the hardback because I have the collector's edition paperbacks of the previous two books. So I actually want the third book also in paperback, and I tend to love paperback. It's light on the hands. So we'll see. That's the book I'm thinking of pre-ordering, but yeah, maybe not the last book I pre-ordered, but that's my answer for this prompt. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed my answers to all of these questions in the last book I tagged. And if y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share this video with friends and family so that they can check out my other videos as well. Also, before I say bye for today, I want to remind y'all, if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, click on that subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it so that y'all will be notified when I post my next video. And my next video is going to be on Christmas Eve. Woo! That's going to be fun. Anyway, it's time for me to say bye. So see you next week from Oh My Word Melly.